This is the World Championship Blitz match between Narva Mai and Bibisara, and Narva plays with the white pieces and Bibisara with the black pieces. So it's the Sicilian defense, the Moscow variation. The bishop check was closed by the knight, and immediately a4, forming this nice little outpost for the bishop. So knight f6, knight c3, a6 attacks the bishop, bishop to e2. g6, castles on the king side, bishop g7, a5, en passant, captures with the queen, and after 10 moves the position is equal, knight d2. Probably looking to bring the knight into c4 and attack the queen. Also places the knight in a very good active square where many of black's squares are available. So knight e5 prevents that. The knight on d2 also prevents this dark square bishop from developing. Probably pushing b3 and fianchetting that bishop. h3, taking away g4 from the knights and the bishop. Also create this nice little escape square for the white king and avoid any backrank checkmate threat. So bishop b7, fianchet the bishop. So f4 is pushed now. Pretty dangerous move without moving the king away. A pawn push creates this discovered check. So she does that, and king moves away, captures, recaptures, knight to c6. Now once the knight moves, the knight goes to c4 and queen to c7. Bishop e3, good move, developing the bishop and occupying this dark square diagonal, which is a weakness for white. Bishop f3, countering the fianchetted light square bishop of black. So after knight e7, queen a4, bringing the queen into the next square. Now she brings the knight to a5. Rook to c8. No. d5 now. Queen a4 is still a good move. She captures that bishop, and queen recaptures, again the position equal. Bishop c5 wins the knight. The b2 pawn is hanging, but because of the knight attack, rook to e8. Queen d2 protects the b2 pawn. The rook attacks the bishop. b4, forming that outpost with the bishop. Knight d7 attacks the bishop. Pushing d4, and if captures, you can form a nice little fast pawn structure. But she goes for the capture, well, d4 was the best move. If black plays well, she can get the edge. She goes for the capture, which is a blunder. Could have gone for the capture of the bishop first. This allows d4 now. The position becomes more or less equal. Knight f6, but capture was still the best move. Bringing the rook up, forming this battery, attacking this pawn would be a good idea, but she brings the rook up to a5. Probably the same idea. Queen b8. Knight captures the so this pawn is grabbed, and knight e4, but bringing the queen and attacking the rook was best. This is a blunder. Pushing the pawn was the best one. Now she brings the queen and attacks both the rooks. So she doubles the rook up on the a file. Captures with the support of the dark square bishop. Attacks the queen, queen f2. There is also a discovered attack on that particular rook. So the bishop goes to e5, covering. Good move. Rook c2, but capturing this free pawn was the best move. Started pushing the pawns, getting rid of that. Bishops are traded first. The pawn is captured. So the queen now supports the d pawn. White queen blocks. King comes up the board. After capture, rook recaptures. So they are down to their final few seconds. When the position is equal, black's position is better with a pass pawn and a nice little pawn structure. Blocks the pawn. So the pawns are exchanged. Attacks the queen. Check. Queens are traded. And she plays this big blunder and loses the match. So just a small smile because of the blunder, and my Narva lost the match because of a blunder. It was an equal game, and thanks for watching. I'll be back with more such videos.